Hello. This is Andrew, the Archon Philosopher, talking philosophy to the philosopher in all of us. Welcome in. This is hopefully a new mic and a new setup, and I hope it sounds great. And I'm going to do a redo of the first video of Direction 2, which is to describe the Demiurge, which is Plato's term for the artisan of the physical world, the creator of the world. But it's just the physical world. It's not the universe. And we'll see why that is. Anyway, Demiurge, the Demiurge species, it's a living species. It lives, it has children, it breathes, it dies. And we can take a look at this shot from Direction 1, where we have the 1999 delayed choice quantum eraser experiment, and we have location D0. And this is a structural feature which allows a certain sentient creature to gain access to information about a future universe for which a choice has not yet been made. And so this is the basis of the Demiurge, I think, that we have a universe in which one of us, one of the species, is able to have this power. Humans apparently don't, and that's what I looked up. And what I found was a number of descriptions of this, and some of it's Gnostic, some of it's Neoplatonist, but some of it goes way back further, back into ancient Mesopotamia with Nammu. And this may or may not be an image of Nammu, but this is a very old image of what the ancient Mesopotamians described as the creator of the physical world. Then we have Ptah in Egypt, and Egypt is named Egyptus by the Greeks, and that means Temple of Ptah. And so Ptah was the creator of the physical world for the Egyptians. Zurvan was in Persia. We have no image that I can find. Phanes, out of the Orphic tradition in ancient Greece, was the describer from a cosmic egg, which is that location D0, creator of the physical world. And then we have the Basilidian Gnostic Chonubis, and there's other images. And later on we'll get into a understanding of maybe why this Demiurge species is able to adapt its form. And all of this, I think, has a relationship with what we see today in terms of the craft we see in our skies. These creatures were described as coming down from the heavens and mentoring humans involved in human affairs, and then they pulled out about 4,000 years ago, and they fly around and watch, and one of them is the Black Triangle, and we'll discuss that, I think, in a later video. But the Archons, and the Demiurge is just the head Archon. The Archons, what are they? Well, I look back in history, and here we have a list of Archons that I found, and these Archons are non-human sentient creatures. So that's all we're talking about. Whatever name you want from whatever era you want, they're just non-human sentient creatures. And they could be, referred to as visible angels, fallen angels, demons, aliens, gods, guardians, watchers, sentinels, Nephilim, Anakim, giants, Rephaim, incubus, succubus, daemons, 3 different spellings, angel of the Lord, egregores, Grigori, ancient of days, king of earth, saints of the Lord, Uthra, and a word I can't pronounce, Sabaoth, and serpents and lords of the sword. So we go back in history and we see all of this. We see all of these names, and the descriptions are basically the same. The descriptions of their powers, of what they did, are the same. They seem to create the universe or have powers over human affairs to some extent or another. And there seems to be some distinction between creation of the universe and creation of the earth, creation of the gods and creation of the humans, which is other sentient creatures, and then creation of humans. We have to do a hermeneutic analysis of language. When we talk today about creating life forms from DNA, well, this is a very, very small particle. And we may, and I repeat may, because we have no first-hand knowledge of this, because it's in history. But the word clay, we say humans were molded from clay. Well, this is this is maybe the finest particle that ancient people knew about, was one little piece of clay. Clay is a very fine particle. So we get this description in a number of cases about how humans were created by these fine particles, and on the basis of the model of these other archons or demiurgic species. So this is what we're looking at. But we want to remember in the whole history going back that they have not killed us. So these archons and the demiurge, they've not killed us. And yet, looking at what they can do, and the Tic Tac craft in 2004, flying at 60,000 miles an hour from the air to the water and back out to the air, this is a technology that would, reasonably allow us to say, yeah, these people could kill us if they really wanted to. But maybe I shouldn't refer to them as people, but these non-human sentient creatures could kill us if they wanted to. But they're not. So they have been technologically extremely well advanced, and apparently all throughout human history. Just imagine what humans have done in the last 250 years with screens and photos. We didn't even have photographs 250 years ago, and now we have this high definition screens beaming around the planet. This is 250 years. Imagine what 6,000 years, and then when they arrived here, they had that technology. Imagine what they have. They haven't killed us. So we have a 6,000 year experiential topology of all of these creatures coming in and going. We seem to have different generations of them. We have, in the Greek terms, the Titans, and then we have the Olympians. We had the primordials, apparently creating the physical world and modeling Earth. Then we had the Titans as the first ones, very friendly to humans. Prometheus created humans and gave us fire, and Atlas holds up the world. And apparently they got too friendly. They were interbreeding with us, apparently. And they had to be replaced by Zeus and Aphrodite and Athena and Apollo, and they've been sort of standoffish and hands off, way out there. They don't interfere with us much. They just fly around. So we have different generations, and right now we seem to be getting a signal, a message, and so we should try to understand what these creatures are and how powerful they are and what we are doing to threaten them, because in fact we may be threatening them. So another thing we can say about the Archons is we should not arrogantly presume to have knowledge of their moral stances. It's hard to know why they're doing what they're doing. They've left us here alone, basically, to live our lives and create our understanding of the universe. And it's a beautiful place. Earth is a beautiful place. So it's not like we're in any type of horrible prison or anything. It's not like they're trying to abuse us. They've provided and constructed this controlled environment big enough so that we don't think it's controlled. This is the key to it. It's not like we feel like we're controlled. And in fact, there's a great push to maintain the Copernican hypothesis, despite all findings of modern science. People are still believing in dark matter and the magical Big Bang, I don't know why. Anyway, we may be subject to their agenda, and this is a key feature that we might have some trouble figuring out. I have a speculation on this, but what we see is a 6,000-year history of this Demiurge species and other species that have interpenetrated our space and are here doing good things, maybe doing bad things. I want to think about them, especially the Demiurge, as a farmer. And specifically a beekeeper, in that, it's taken something from us, because, with all of these archons and demiurge, they're life forms, and all life requires resources. So they're getting something. They can't invest this much just to watch us like some sort of zoo. There's lots of theories, but we have to recognize that they're living, they want something, they need something, and they're probably getting it from us now. I think we several hundred years ago did something and gave them what they wanted, and we should think very big. We should think very, very big, on what they want and what they gain from us. We have powers. The universe is not a closed system. It may have originally been a very compact universe, but it is not a closed system. So this is their desire. Their desire is to prevent ontological disintegration, which I made a video on previously. So they have a desire, but they're basically farmers. They're farming us. They're not really harming us. And but they could be, because right now, when there are threats, I'm going to do a video on this. AI, genetic warfare, things like this can harm them. So we should be quite careful in what we're doing, because we may be causing trouble. Yeah. Anyway, that's it for the introduction to Direction 2. Hopefully the mic is better. Thanks for the comments to fix this. Like, subscribe, share. And if you have any questions, put them in. This is a radically different view of the universe. Let's be honest. I didn't expect to find this. I found it, and there it is. And so we'll talk about it. And so, oh, there, background noise. I'm technically outdoors. Yeah. Anyway, so we'll be ending it here, and thanks for dropping in. Bye.